Welcome back to UK Boating. Now, if you thought the only way you could have a washing machine on your boat was with a generator, then think again. Let's go over to Charles Sterling to find out more.
Most narrowboaters who are engaged in extended cruising or living on board do require things like washing machines and other high-powered conventional household equipment which needs to be run on the narrowboat. Some people believe this can only be achieved with the use of a diesel marine generator. The truth of the matter, this is simply not the case. The vast majority of generators fitted to boats are simply a waste of money. A generator can cost in excess of £5,000, then another £2,000 to fit it, and then easily another £1,000 for a battery charger. And you're going to achieve two things. You will produce AC to run your equipment and DC to charge your batteries. The simple fact of the matter is you already have this equipment attached to your main engine. It's just a matter of knowing how to convert it into AC to run your equipment. The secret is in the maths as usual. If you have, for example, a 100 amp alternator, at 14 volts, that will produce 1.4 kilowatts of power. Now, if you have a modern marine diesel engine in your narrowboat, the odds are you have two alternators. The total will exceed 200 amps, which is approximately 3 kilowatts of power being produced by the alternators on your engine already. In the previous episodes, we have shown you how to ensure that those alternators are rotating at the correct speed. We've shown you how to get that power into your batteries. All you need now is a simple inverter or combined inverter charger, which will then convert the power to AC. So if you need to run your washing machine, simply switch your engine on, rev it up a little to about 1000 RPM. You're probably producing about 2 kilowatts of power to the batteries through the combined inverter charger onto your boat. You have a free onboard generator, and then when you switch the engine off, you still have the inverter to use whatever other equipment you wish to when the engine is off. Not only are you producing the AC, your engine will become warm so you can heat your hot water up, and you're charging your batteries at a high rate as well. So you're obtaining three things at almost no extra cost. So your £7,000 you would have spent on the generator is totally unnecessary. We do produce a full range of inverters, sine wave, quasi-sine and combined inverter chargers that will cover all the needs that any narrowboater will ever need.
I'm here at the Hatton Flight, which is a magnificent feat of engineering with 21 locks built in just under 2 miles. It's not just any boater that will undertake cruising through these 21 locks. It really does test your skill set and your stamina levels, and it's probably why it was nicknamed in the past the Stairway to Heaven. It's believed this nickname came about because of the sheer relief for the boaters when they got to the top and could take a break very close to where they got their wages.
The Hatton Flight is on a stretch of waterway that's part of the Grand Union Canal. This was opened in 1799, but was then called the Warwick and Birmingham Canal and was built to transport locally mined coal to the power stations and factories of the Black Country.
It was a thriving place until really about the mid-1930s, when the railway had started to take over and the coal wharves were beginning to use rail and road transport.
This chain of waterways was formed of 8 different canals, each owned by a different canal company. However, in 1929, when commercial canal carrying was under serious threat from road and rail transport, one of these companies, the Grand Union Canal Company, took over the entire route and renamed it the Grand Union Canal.
We're at the moment in the Saltersford arm of what was the Warwick and Birmingham Canal. This is where we are at the moment. This is the Grand Union Canal coming along here, that way going down towards London, and from this way is towards the Hatton Flight. This was in fact the original junction of the two canals, the Warwick and Napton and the Warwick and Birmingham. And the arm now terminates here, but it used to go on down to two docking areas, with a turning area there for the boats, and along here were numerous coal wharves, and here was a large woolen mill from the mid-1930s. With the onslaught of the railway, it did go into decline and was eventually filled in over the 60s and 70s, 1960s and 70s, never to be retrieved again, I'm afraid.
Once in charge, the Grand Union Canal Company immediately embarked on a major modernisation programme. The locks on narrow sections of the route, like the ones at Hatton, were widened to accommodate 14-foot wide boats, or two narrow boats side by side.
The last main traffic on this canal was in fact boats carrying concrete piles for the widening of the Hatton Flight. Originally they were single locks, and it was decided to widen them for broad beam in the 1930s, and with the intention of 100-ton vessels flying backwards and forwards from Birmingham to London. But in certain areas the canal wasn't wide enough or deep enough for wide beams to pass, and also all the locks within the Birmingham navigations were single locks, so it never really took off. But it did help the narrowboats, who were able to come up in pairs through the locks, which saved a lot of locking time, obviously, for working boats.
After 2 years, the new locks and bridges were officially opened by His Royal Highness the Duke of Kent. But what about today's cruising? Well, Rebecca jumped aboard a narrowboat climbing the flight and spoke to skipper Neil Wilson to see how he's finding the challenge of navigating the revered flight of 21 locks.
First day we did the Hatton lock,
Did
and it was
you?
like,
But you wondered what you'd let yourselves in for.
yeah, we did.
So have you worked out sort of team-wise who does?
Well, we've tried to do everybody have a bit of everything really, just
Yeah.
to sort of make it feel like everybody's doing something different.
And has everyone been up for it? They've all given it a go?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
brilliant.
No, it's been good.
Good stuff. So how many hours did it take you? Did you time yourselves going up?
It was quite late in the day, and obviously it was the first time that we'd ever done a lock. We did team up with another boat, but it did take us probably the best part of 4.5 hours.
Well, that's not bad though.
So
Sounds about average time, I think, for
yeah,
these,
it
this
just
flight.
when we got to the top, it was absolutely chucking down with rain. So it was a relief to get to the last lock at 8:10.
Yeah. Has it been dry the rest of your holiday, or is it only...
Apart from today, yeah.
So it just rains when you go up and down the flight?
Yeah, it just seems to be it, yeah.
And how have you guys found using the paddles and things? Because they're slightly different on these locks.
These ones are actually a lot easier than a lot of the other locks.
Yeah, oh are they?
Yeah.
They're smoother.
They're a lot smoother, yeah.
That's good to know, so it's not quite so tiring on the old biceps
No.
and triceps. Here we are at the top lock of the Hatton Flight. Before you start your cruise, which could take you 4 or 5 hours, why not pop into the cafe and have a cup of tea?
Apart from the fact it's a very enjoyable holiday,
Yeah.
but it is hard work.
It is hard work, yeah.
But it's so enjoyable, and the countryside is just next to none, and you do see a part of England that you don't normally get to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good fun.
Good. Do you think you'll come back?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think, yeah, you couldn't have given yourselves better experiences starting with the
No.
Hatton Flight, so anything else will be easy from now onwards.
I think you're right.
It's giveaway time now, and we have 20 tubs of Skipper's Choice to give away. This new and unique cleaning solution does not leave any harmful residue, and there are no fumes. It's soft to the skin, non-caustic and abrasive-free, making Skipper's Choice the only choice for the cleaning on board your boat. Simply enter for free at www.uk-boating.tv by midnight on Sunday 25th of September. Entries received after this time won't be counted. Good luck!
Well, that's all we've got time for on this episode. Don't forget to join our Facebook page or the conversation going on Twitter, and you can take a look at our previous episodes on our website. Until next time, happy cruising!